Good afternoon. I'm gonna try to make this quick. I want to give you guys an update. Saturday, I took an act of Congress, and then a lot more than that, to get Lori to go to the hospital, and we did. That's when they died, ran all the tests and all that crap, and found out she had pancreatitis. And they sent her home with Zofran, and that was little y'all they sent her home with. And she's tough to know because her doctor, I called last Thursday to get her lower tabs refilled because Lori's on lower tabs for the orthopedic, and her GP just does it. And her GP went home sick, and Friday nobody was in to cover anything. But they diagnosed her Saturday with pancreatitis. Her numbers are 146. That if you have pancreatitis, you know what that means. I think it's called LAPS or something like that. LAPS, something like that. They gave her, she was dehydrated, so they gave her an IV and she felt better. Sunday she was all right. I mean, it was not all right. It was all right when you got pancreatitis. That's very painful and can get very dangerous quick. Yesterday, with pancreatitis, you go from hot to cold in a heartbeat. And she wanted, one way to help try to cool her down was give her a shower. So yesterday, she got in the shower and she said, I need to go back to ER. Now you guys got to realize this woman hates the hospital. She despises that, especially this one here. Well, they ran tests and found out her numbers were 73 yesterday, but it was worse. She's home, by the way, before I forget to tell you. I'll explain that in a minute. I'm trying to keep this short. But they admitted her. They hooked her up she was severely dehydrated yesterday. I mean, severely. They hooked an IV up, didn't even put it in the machine. The only thing that machine was there for was to hold the IV up. They ran that sucker wide open, full bore. And that was needed badly. But they admitted her. Kept running IVs all night. So they kept her overnight. Had an IV running all night. I stayed with her at the hospital. I always do. But here's the kicker. Her oxygen level was fine yesterday. It was fine last night. Today it dropped down to 88. And when she's sleeping, it dropped down to 40. So, they sent her home with oxygen. And Lori's on a CPAP machine. She's got severe sleep apnea. So they sent her home with oxygen. She's on that right now, sleeping. She's we're on the porch because she wanted to have a cigarette. And she looked at me and said, she said, if I didn't go back to the hospital yesterday, I think I would have died. Yep. Now let me explain something real quick if you don't mind. Lori is the oldest of 7 kids. The next one down, his name was Joey. He was my best friend, her little brother. He died from pancreatitis back in 2009. And probably, if I want to be honest, part of it was his fault because he didn't want to take the pill, take his meds or anything else. And he told me right straight to my face, he said, I'm not taking these stupid meds. You'd have to understand Joey. So that's, when it comes to pancreatitis, that scares the living crap out of all of us. And this is Lori's second bout with it. She had it a few years ago, and ironically had the same. She's not really a doctor; she's a nurse practitioner, but to me, the same thing as a doctor. No offense to any doctors, but. Her name was Peggy. I don't know. I remember what her last name is, but Peggy's the one that dealt with her last time she had pancreatitis. So, and Peggy's awesome. But I don't remember my whole chain of thought. I'm exhausted, guys. So wasn't Lori. So I told her to come up. She had a bland diet, and for the next probably close to a month. So I said I'll just go up get some chicken, and I'll figure out how to make it bland. If she wants to eat tonight, I don't even know. Because she has not eaten. This morning, I snuck out, went to McDonald's and got a coffee. Oh, that was nasty coffee. And got a sausage, egg, and cheese and muffin and a McGriddle. And she ate part of the muffin. That was the first thing she's eaten in over 7 days. But she's home now. She's exhausted. If you've had pancreatitis and you know what I'm talking about, it wears you out. So if I'm hit and miss, you'll know why. Because I'm not going to attempt to go back to work until she's somewhat back on her feet. Like a long ways. But I also want to tell you guys thank you for praying. I was thinking this on the way up, because I actually recorded this video once on the way up. And I deleted it. I'm good at doing that. But you guys are amazing. You really honestly are. I doubt if Lori's going to wake up anytime soon. I know I'm going to go home. I'm going to take a shower. Might figure something to munch on. And then I'm going to lay next to her and turn on the TV and watch TV. And probably fall asleep. Not that anybody want to know that. I really want to say thank you guys for praying. It means the world. And Holly message me if you want. We got a pulse, one of them finger things, a pulsometer, what do we call it? Our blood pressure's been up, and we're slowly getting that back in check. And one thing, and the reason why Dr. Peggy said her O2 may be down is because of pancreatitis, because it hurts to take that deep breath. Which I watched her and it's got to hurt. All last week she kept telling me, she says, I feel like I'm pregnant again. It's like, well, we're both laughing. It's like, we know that ain't the case. At any rate, I'm running and get chicken. I'm going to get a loaf of bread. Oh, well, here's this one's, I'm telling you so you can get a good laugh. Like I said, Lori's oldest is 7. She's got 2 little sisters. One lives in California. Katie's in California. Kelly's up in Rhode Island. Kelly's dating a cardiologist. I've yet to meet we haven't met the dude. But I'll tell you what, I told my mother-in-law this morning, and I call my mother-in-law monster-in-law. I actually do love my mother-in-law. Usually I call her mom. I was telling her this morning, I said, I want to sit down and meet this dude. When I told her, I said, when we get back up there, I'm taking this boy out for coffee. I don't drink, so I ain't taking him out for a drink. I'll take him out for coffee. Because he's dealt with every member of this family including Lori. She'll send them for, because the hospital's got like, and this hospital's got my chart things, and he's seen all the first stuff on that. He's dealt with Kelly's father, because, well, it's some different ball wax I'm not getting involved in. Kelly and Lori don't have the same dad. Lori's dad died 30 years ago. But he's dealt with her Lori's stepdad, Bob. He's dealt with everybody. If I've got to have something on my heart, I'll tell you what, I'm calling him on the phone. Or I'm going to call my mother-in-law and tell him, get him on the phone. He can be a doctor from 16 hours away. So, well, this video is longer than I wanted. I'm sorry. So I'm going to run ahead of Wally World and get what I got to get real quick, and then I'm running home. I don't want to keep 2 billion eyes on my honey. So, but thank you guys for praying. Thank you for watching this, and I'm sure I bored you to tears. But you're gonna please understand I've been stressed to the max. So this is my way of just venting and giving you guys an update, because I figured y'all deserve one. So all right. Oh, Lori's supposed to go have a mammogram today. Guess what? Hers tomorrow. I don't know. They haven't rescheduled it because she's not going to be in shape. So, I'll catch you all later. Thank you guys. I love you. God bless. Bye.